Come here.
Hello everybody. You guys remember these? I know a few of you will. A lot of you are new subscribers, so you don't know what these are unless you've gone back in my older videos. But what this is some grass that I mowed last summer. And what the experiment was haylage. Trying to show people ways of being able to preserve or store food for your animals other than you having to go out and buy it or purchasing hay. What I done is I mowed some grass out of my yard and I put it in these two jars. And on this jar and this jar both, originally I vacuum sealed them. I have one of those deals you hook up to your vacuum sealer and put on the top of the ball jars, and it sucks the air out and seals the lid down tight. I done that initially to both jars, and I left it in there for, I don't know, a month, and then I come back and I showed that there was no mold in either jar. And then I opened the one up and I let air in there, so then I figured it would end up getting moldy, but it really didn't mold. And one reason it didn't mold is because not enough air got in there. So all it's done is just fermented. That's what haylage is, or silage. Those of you around farm life and you know about silage, it's chopped up corn and they put it in a pit, a silage pit. And what they do is they pack it down and squish all the air out, and then they cover it with plastic or tarps to seal out the air, and that prevents it from rotting, from getting moldy. It ferments, but it don't mold. So then it makes good feed for cows. Well, that's one good way to preserve your grass clippings from your yard. I know a lot of you have goats or calves, cows, horses. And if you mow your yard and you bag your grass, you can preserve that and use it to feed your animals through the winter months. It'll save on your cost of feeding your animals. I know that's a lot of homesteaders try doing that, is cut down on cost, and that's one way of doing it. You can take your grass clippings, and if you put them in a container and seal it up tight, or get the oxygen out, keep the oxygen out, it'll ferment, it won't mold, and you can feed it. Well, this jar here, like I said, it hasn't been vacuum sealed. It's been sealed off from the atmosphere, the oxygen in the air, but it wasn't vacuum sealed. See, it's no seal on it. But as you can see, there's no mold. And if you smell it, if you've ever been around silage, that's exactly what it smells like. It smells like silage. If I can get my horses to come over here and eat it, or try it. Come here. Come here, girl. Here she comes. Come here. They're kind of spooky. They ain't too trustworthy. There's this one that's coming up here. I can pet her once in a while, but the other one don't like me. We'll see if she comes up and gets that. But there was no mold in that whatsoever. If I back up with the camera, which I might do that here in a minute, and she'll come up here and start eating that. Now this one's been vacuum sealed, so it's going to make a sound. I don't know if you'll be able to hear it. The camera may have picked that up. This one smells the same. Kind of smells like silage. If you ever been around a farm that had a silage pit when they fed cattle, that's what it smelled like. This one don't quite have as sharp a smell as silage, but it does kind of smell like silage. The other one had a little bit of oxygen in it. No mold, but the horse is eating it. Like I said, I've had this in the cupboard for a year. It was last summer, about this time of year, that I put it in there. But if you get a big container and save your grass clippings and pack it down tight and get all the air out of it and cover it with plastic or a tarp, you'll be able to preserve that grass clippings and feed it to your cows or your horses. You could probably feed it to pigs, anything. Well, I'm gonna back up and let these horses eat this here. The one's coming now. The one that's really spooky, will sit still while she eats it. But it's just a way to save money. As an experiment I was doing, as you've seen, there's no mold in it. The horses each both come up and got a bite, but like I said, they're afraid of me, so I thought I'd show you this. I know probably some of you forgot all about it. I know a couple of you have been wondering about it. I had a fella ask me about it here quite a while back, and I just hadn't come and done this video. But anyhow, that's one way to preserve your grass clippings and use it as feed later on. Well, thanks for joining me, everybody. See y'all later, and don't forget I love you. Bye.